Hello again. This is the final installment of records that I found in that box of records in the house. And the first of these is the Beach Boys album, Carl and the Passion's So Tough. And this is the album that, if you find this, you actually get a copy of Pet Sounds as a bonus album in this. This is the 1976 Beach Boys album called 15 Big Ones. It's Brian's comeback album at the time, is what they said it was. This one came from C Fun Radio, which I think is down near Vancouver somewhere. And this album really is not that great. It was Brian's comeback, but it really wasn't that great an album. It was followed by the Beach Boys' Love You. Here's a fantastic album. It's Neil Young's On the Beach. And this too is a pretty good album. It's a 3-album set. It's the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, Dirt, Silver and Gold triple album. It's like a triple greatest hits album. It's a very nice album. Lesley Gore. A couple of her solo albums. This one's called Girl Talk. Someone's written all over the cover on this one, which is probably why it's in my box of albums to get rid of or something. This one contains the hit Look of Love and Maybe I Know. There's another Lesley Gore album called Boys, Boys, Boys. That's the Way Boys Are was a hit from this. Supertramp, Brother Where You Bound. This is an interesting cover going from monkey to man. I like the later Supertramp albums. In a way, I almost prefer them to the earlier albums. Everyone knows this one. Cheap Thrills, Big Brother and the Holding Company, with the R. Crumb, Robert Crumb cover to it. Janis Joplin. It's a great album. The Doors, Waiting for the Sun, which I think is their 3rd album. This is Christopher Movie Matinee by a band called Three's a Crowd, which were a Canadian band, but saying that, Three's a Crowd, this album was actually recorded in Los Angeles and produced by Mama Cass Elliot. Fleetwood Mac, Rumors. Everyone should have this one. This is kind of an unknown classic or obscure classic. It's Emmett Roads. It's his first album for RCA. It included the semi-hit Fresh as a Daisy, which was a hit in certain parts of the United States. Emmett did a total McCartney on this album. He played every instrument himself, produced it all, and it's just an excellent kind of power pop album from around 1970. REM. This one is called Reforming? No, I don't know. I don't know what this one's called. Have to check this out. Reckoning? Huh. I was never a big REM fan in the 1980s. In the 1980s, I was not really aware of what the current music was. I was listening to jazz, big band, Sinatra, Ella Fitzgerald, that kind of thing. Rick Nelson, Million Sellers by Rick Nelson. It's like a greatest hits album. Stereo copy. This one actually sounds better on mono than it does on stereo. The stereo is kind of reprocessed. Led Zeppelin 4. Genesis, Nursery Crime. It's one of the early albums of Peter Gabriel. Great stuff. Jeff Beck, Truth, which is the first Jeff Beck solo album with Rod Stewart, and Ron Wood plays bass on this. This is a very good album. Jeff Beck, Tim Bogert, Carmen Appice. Beck, Bogert, and Appice. And it's Jeff Beck joined by the rhythm section from the Vanilla Fudge. And you know, in that era there was Beck, Bogart Appease, West, Bruce and Lang, Souther, Hillman, Fury. The sum was not equal to the parts. This album, to me, it's a bit of a disappointment, but there are a few flash cuts on this album. The last one is Queen, Kind of Magic, which is a Queen release from the 1980s. And when they were losing popularity in North America, but in Britain they were still popular. Thanks for watching.